You don't know. As a man,
you're right. I don't know.
Anytime one of the women you care about asks you to do some like manly stuff, and you're able to not only do it but exceed expectations,
feels good.
Like it's just an ego boost because the missus is just sitting there amazed that I can cut branches down with the hedges. We had some tall ones now. Now they were tall. She's like, no, you're not gonna be able to cut that. That's too thick.
You're like,
we're gonna have to call somebody out here to get that. Like, no, watch your boy work and just snip it down. We had some that were growing up near the power lines. And so, the power lines are way up there, but the base of the branch is like arm reach level for your boy. So I'm like, yo, give me them hedges, hedge clippers or whatever we call them. Watch me clip this. And I just clip it. She's like, oh my gosh, that's incredible. I could see the design. She hadn't looked at me like that since like 2016, maybe 2017.
I'm so happy you got that love and feeling back.
Yeah. What you get into?
Oh, that's a great question. Went to a movie.
Ooh.
I'm gonna tell you about it.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you about my movie too.
I'm gonna tell you about a movie.
Dude was.
Did we go to the same movie?
No, unless a dude was rattling the theater with his snores, I don't think so.
No.
Not and immediately, like previews
like went to the movie to
previews in, second scene out, knocked out.
Ooh.
Song.
It was I Shot the Sheriff, but it was the Eric Clapton version.
Oh, you can delete that.
I think I can.
Are you going to?
Because I have to. Yeah. I'm going to right now. I'm going to keep the Marley version and delete the Clapton version.
Oh, well, let me
right
see
now.
it. Gosh, you are so good.
Delete.
When you're pressured to do things, you do them.
Yeah.
You're so good
really
at
follow
this.
through.
Yes.
If I have an instruction.
Yeah.
And pressure from somebody I won't say care about.
No.
But somewhat respect.
Or if it's just like a show bit, you'll do it.
Or if it's a show bit. Yep, you're right. If it's for the show,
Nothing
I will absolutely do it. If it's not, good luck. What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. It is Monday, August 4th. Gonna be a good day. Jessica Benson with you from the Grind City Media Studios in Memphis, Tennessee. CJ Hurt behind the glass. Coming up on today's show, it was a pretty newsy sports weekend. We will get into everything you might have missed. The Micah Parson saga continues in Dallas. Luka Doncic signed his extension with the Lakers. Busy WNBA weekend with arrests and team sales and trades and blowouts and more. Gary Parrish will join us about 40 minutes in. We'll do a little Hot Mess Express. It's a Monday. You know what we say. Welcome back. Welcome back. Us, you, we, everyone. It was a weekend.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
You've seen the Grizz line jamming on the court and rocking out on Beale Street, and this is your chance to join the best drum line in the NBA. Grizz line entertains Grizz Nation at home games and events in the Mid-South through their impressive techniques and energetic shows. If you have experience in drumming and marching and love entertaining, Grizz line is the perfect opportunity for you to combine percussion and performance. Open auditions are Saturday, August 9th at FedEx Forum. Sign up today by visiting grizzlies.com/auditions.
Let's go, Grizz, let's go! Oh, John Moran just broke the rim with that finish. Defense, take that ball! Defense, take that ball! So on Jared with a rejection. Give me that! Moran digs at it, knocks it away. Picked up by Pippen. Bob, Brendan Clark. Ooh, on that rim!
Going through the draft process the first time, they give you the answers to the test. Like, this is what you need to work on. This is what you do well.
They told you.
Yeah, like they tell you.
Here's what,
they
if
tell
you want to get
exactly.
drafted, here's what needs to happen.
Yeah, they tell you. So it's like, if you're not listening, it'll go right over your head. But for me, I made sure to soak up all information and everything possible so I can give myself the best shot.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
get to the main event. And you hear the crowd. There's some rumblings in the crowd.
Here we go.
They say, "We want truth."
I love how John Cena said when they were chanting, "We want truth." You can't handle the truth.
There you go.
I loved it.
He takes the knee off, boom. Takes the mask off, boom. And it's our freaking truth. God, man, he cost John Cena the match.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
Look at Mississippi State's schedule. They are not going to be favored in a single SEC game. They are only going to be favored. Their over-under win total is 3.5. They are only going to be favored in 3 games this year. That'll probably be Southern Miss, Alcorn State, and Northern Illinois.
It's at Southern Miss, man. I don't know.
And it's at Southern Miss.
They might not be favored in that.
Right.
One.
You don't know what Brett Favre's done to the athletic department.
They have an awesome arena now.
Right.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Feels great to feel the sunshine. Gotta own the day like it's all mine. Just got paid in his own time. Been working hard, I've been on the grind. I deserve this feeling, having my way. I've been on this healing. This is my day. The sun's out, let's have a little fun now. I wanna let it all out. That's what it's all about. Cause I deserve this feeling, have it my way. I deserve this healing. This is my day.
Grind City Media presents The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt. Live from the Grind City Media Studios on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What's up, everybody? Happy Monday to you. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend, a cool weekend, as we had our first taste of false fall. Can you call it false fall if it's still in the upper 70s, mid 80s, CJ? I think so, because the mornings were crisp.
I think I was out in the yard till about noon yesterday. And then we were bopping about yesterday, went to Coastal.
Oh, okay.
It was nephew's
Fancy.
birthday. He's 6. He's like, Coastal. Okay, little kid, you're just gonna eat chicken tenders. Little twerp got a steak at Coastal at 6.
I was a child after my own heart.
Saw NLE Chopper there. Now, we're getting all the way off topic.
Okay.
All the way, but
Back to the yard work.
It was crisp all day long Sunday. And it didn't feel, when I was out there, and I got back at about 5, and I was outside for a large portion of that time, it was nice. It wasn't as humid as August is in Memphis. So,
well, especially the last 2 weeks in absolute hell.
The heat isn't the way I measure fall in Memphis.
It's not the heat.
It's the humidity.
It's the
truthfully.
humidity.
Honestly, I was able to bop about and wasn't sweating at all.
I thought Sunday was hotter than Saturday. We went to the farmer's market Saturday and walked over in the morning.
The farmer's market on a day like Saturday, because it's damn near all in the shade.
Yes.
Because of those buildings.
So lovely. I was like, ooh, I could wrap myself in a blanket and drink a pumpkin spice latte and live my best life.
You got to fight that urge.
I would rather have an apple cider. You're right.
Okay.
But PSL makes more sense with the joke.
But what?
A PSL, a pumpkin spice latte. Please, everybody knows what a PSL is.
I thought that was a knee ligament.
That's your ACL or your MCL.
Is it not a PCL?
There's a PCL.
Okay.
It's PSL.
Oh, my fault.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on. All right. We had a lot happen over the weekend. So in order to make this flow as best as possible, because a lot happened and nothing specifically locally, although our Filipino audience came through with our talk of Renzo Bondo and the John Morant World Tour and everything. Shout out to everybody who found us on TikTok and on YouTube. We love you. But given that it was a busy weekend, a lot happened, I'm going to ask CJ and I 2 questions. One of the questions is the best thing you watched, and the second question will be the biggest thing that happened in sports this weekend was what? But we will start with the best thing you watched this weekend. And CJ, I will let you go first. What was the best thing that you watched this weekend?
I saw Fantastic Four. I went to the theater.
And you liked it.
Is that a surprise?
I'm a little surprised.
Why?
It dropped off significantly at the box office in the second week, and they're already talking the fearful of what this could mean for the future of Marvel.
I saw that conversation pop up.
Yeah.
But you look at what it's earned, I think, a couple $100 million more than what it costs to make. So I think that's what we call a success, isn't it? I think.
Usually.
I think I'm not sure. I think right now what Marvel is fighting is the success thing. The way that it ended with Endgame and Infinity Wars, and you throw Black Panther in there, you can throw Captain Marvel in there as well. Like the last 4 movies going into pre-2020 were all incredible. And everybody's expecting it to be that, and then to raise that bar and continue to raise the bar. It takes a while to raise the bar again. It does. And I thought Fantastic Four was a great solo movie, right? Like, we know that all of this stuff is supposed to tie in eventually, but what Marvel did a good job of leading into Endgame and Infinity War in particular, and I'll throw Civil War in there also, while it's not as successful as those first 2, it's still a really good movie. What they did was, leading into those, they just dropped a handful of just really good standalone movies where it is, okay, here are these characters. Here's why you should care about what's going on with them. Here's why it all matters someday in the end. And even if you don't get to the end, it's still a good movie. I felt like Superman was that also, where standalone, it is a good movie. In order to get the major Infinity War-esque type movies, you've got to have these movies do well. And I thought Fantastic Four did a good job of making you care emotionally about all of the members of the Fantastic Four. I thought the banter between the Human Torch and Thing was good. I feel like too often in the past iterations of Fantastic Four, it became goofy and at times downright insulting, whereas this one was just the banter you'd expect from, like, friends. They weren't necessarily insulting each other or going out of their way to pit one down. They were just ribbing a little bit. I thought that the way that they did the big villain, you think that that's a hard villain to mess up, but we've seen that villain get messed up before. Thought they did a great job with that villain, and so many times you defeat the villain, that doesn't mean the villain goes away. There's not a finality in the comic book world. Once you defeat the villain still can come back. It's dormant. Yeah. He's dormant. She's dormant. They're where they are. But there's always the looming threat that they come back. And I feel like Marvel, with this movie, with Thunderbolts, and with the newest Captain America, I forget, the Captain America Brave New World, I think is what it was called. With all 3 of those, using a baseball metaphor, I'm watching baseball also. Get the ending counter ready, Jacob. With all 3 of those, 3 singles. Just boop, get on base. Boop, get on base. Boop, get on base. They've all gotten on base. Now let's see somebody come in here and bring them home. Let's see if the next big movie that comes out, Doomsday, I think it's the next big movie. I think they got another movie in between there. But next year, let's see if Doomsday is the grand slam, so to speak.
Okay. So you would recommend Fantastic Four?
You'll like Fantastic Four.
You think I'll like Fantastic Four?
I think you'll like Fantastic Four.
I'm probably going to wait for it to come out.
Nothing
then I'll
wrong
watch
with
it
that.
at home.
I'm confident that you'll
Okay.
like There's a moment in Fantastic Four where somebody is doing something that has, like, never been done by a person like that. And they're talking, and the person goes, we can stop talking about this. I know. Just because I don't mention it, or just because I'm not carrying myself like I know, I think about it, we don't need to mention it. And so often, that resonated with me, because so often we are the first handful to do things in our particular craft and industry, especially in this market, where it is, for example, I'm one of the first 5 black people to host a show in Memphis. Yeah. Right? Like, I'm number 4. I'm not one of the cool numbers. I'm number 4. And it's not something I talk about a lot, but I'm aware of it. Right. I know it. I might not carry myself like that. I might not talk about it incessantly, but I know that that's what I am. And I thought in that moment it was great. It was perfect. You'll like this movie a lot.
Okay, you have sold it to me. I have a tie for the 2 best things that I saw this weekend. One, I have to give a shout out. I co-emceed the Grizz Girls finals at the Halloran Center yesterday with BLJ, and we do have our 2025-2026 Grizz Girls, and it hit me that it's August 4th, and the Grizzly season will be here before we know it, and the Grizz Girls will be down on the court, and we'll be celebrating the first Grizzlies home game. this entire production, this was my first time going to the finals. I have always been out of town every single Grizz Girls finals since I came over to the Grizzlies. And Megan Triplett used to co-host it with BLJ. I've missed it the last couple of years, and I was so excited that I finally got to be a part of it. And truly, like, so impressed. I felt like I was in an episode of one of the, and like the most notable would be the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders documentary that has come back and resurged on Netflix. But to see how hard all of these women have worked and to go through the boot camp and the pre-audition process and the first round and then get to the finals, it was a really spectacular thing to see. And Taryn Noir, who's the coach and the head of the Grizz Girls, she was there and she was in tears at the end. And it was just a reminder of like how much this means to people, like the dream of being a professional dancer for a professional sports team, and to see that dream fulfilled by so many women yesterday was awesome. So shout out to the Grizz Girls. They got a great group coming in for this season. But I also went to a movie this weekend, CJ. I saw The Naked Gun. And The Naked Gun is the unexpected best time I have had at a movie theater this year. And I've said that a couple times, I think. Like, obviously, Sinners took over the movie space, and that was a very different experience than The Naked Gun. I have not sat through a movie and laughed as consistently as I did through The Naked Gun in decades. Long time. I mean, we're talking like a joke a minute. And I'm not cackling at every joke, but I'm at least giving a good chuckle. And you talk about feeling like a movie is for you. I think within the first 10 or 15 minutes, there's a Catherine Zeta-Jones in Chicago, the movie joke. And I was like, oh my God, this movie was written for me. There's an O.J. Simpson joke. There's really funny NFL jokes. There's a renaming of Crypto.com Arena that I will now be referring to the arena as the name in The Naked Gun. And I won't give any spoilers away because it just came out. I think it made like $17 million over the weekend. It is so purely, it is the stupidest movie that I have seen in years that I loved. And I described it over the weekend. The best compliment that I can give it, it is the kind of movie that I wish I still had sleepovers with my friends where we could all get together and watch that movie and spend the rest of our lives quoting it. Because that's what I missed. I missed the shared quotable comedy experiences. And Chris and I walked away quoting the movie. I was like, when is the last time I was trying to pull quotes from a movie as I walked away from it? It's so funny.
So many times the quotable things now, and a conversation like this popped up on my social. I didn't think I'd get to use it on the show, but we're here. So many times now the quotable things are all things that originated on social media, where it is just an individual, back it up Terry, right? Where there's something that happens in a clip on social media with somebody just posting it to their Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, what have you. And then the people react to it and start quoting it. We've lost that in movies and TV, I think, where we are no longer the community side of things. The communal component to our lives isn't movies, it isn't TV, it's social media. And so we go there for it. To hear you say that there are so many quotable scenes in Naked Gun. I tried to convince my wife to do a double feature. I was like, yo, we can do this and this. We can see Fantastic Four and then go see Naked Gun. She had no desire to entertain me.
I didn't want to see it originally either, but then all of a sudden this Liam Neeson, Pamela Anderson love press tour, which I swear to God, if it's not, I've spent all weekend lamenting to Chris if this is a PR stunt and not an actual romance, and I do think it's an actual romance because the way he looks at her cannot just be for the sake of promoting this movie. However, I saw the two of them. I saw some pretty positive early reviews and people saying, like, listen, this is the most I've laughed in a movie. And I just wanted to laugh. Like, the world is hard. I just wanted to go sit somewhere and laugh at something really silly and not serious. And by no means am I saying this is a critically acclaimed great movie. You might go see it and it's too dumb for you. That's cool. I missed that feeling and they gave it to me. I also am obsessed with the Pamela Anderson, like, renaissance that we're having. I saw her in that last Showgirl movie that she got some award buzz throughout the season for. It wasn't a very good movie, but she was tremendous in it. She's even better in this. She's so funny. She's sharp. She has this jazz singing like scat scene that she just like steals the show in, and she does have great chemistry with Liam Neeson. Like we've been force fed a lot of leading couples. Like always go back to the attempt of Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney to be this new like power couple in romantic comedy. No, like you can't force it. Pamela Anderson and Liam Neeson have it, and Liam Neeson does a great job. I remember when the preview first came out for this movie, and it's like the little girl going into the bank robbery, and she's like licking on the sucker, and then pulls off the costume, and like Liam Neeson comes out of it, and I'm like, oh my God, what is Liam Neeson doing? Oh, it's the Naked Gun. Oh, this is gonna, nothing's ever gonna compare to the original. Why are they even doing this? Do we not have original ideas in this world anymore? This was done perfectly. It satires in like a very current way. There's a Black Eyed Peas joke that just hits millennials in a very specific way. I'd be interested if younger people like it, because a lot of the references felt very written for people of our age, but that's fine. I love a movie for me. So, Naked Gun, I give it a stamp. Go see it in theaters because it also feels good to laugh with other people. Like you can watch it at home. You can rent it at home right now. We saw it pop up on our TV. I was like, oh, you can rent this at home? I would have saved some money. But the experience of laughing with others, like with strangers, is invaluable.
Similar to stand-up.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
So those are my best things.
Well, now I can say, hey, Jessica liked it.
Yeah. She might hate it.
Like, it's a lot of pressure.
I really enjoyed it.
It's a lot of pressure because you get one time to let her down, and then she's just done with you forever.
Damn it.
Yeah, so is this the one I'm going to say, hey, Jessica recommends you see this?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. So if she doesn't like it, she'll be mad at you,
That's
not
fine.
me.
Yeah, you can
All
put
right.
the blame on me.
All right,
I will take it. All right. So then it comes to the best thing or I guess more important, like the most important thing that happened in sports this weekend. What would that story be for you? Because even yesterday, Chris was like, you have a ton of stuff to talk about on the show on Monday. And I said, yeah, it's been a very content-filled sports weekend, but without a real clear, this was the most important thing to happen in sports this weekend. So what do you think that event was?
I watched Little League World Series.
Shut up.
Give me them 3 innings, Jacob.
No.
Give me the 3 innings, baby. I watched Florida go. How does that not count? We counted me watching baseball in a park last year.
That's true, but we've advanced in
Have
our
we? So tell me what counts.
criteria.
Tell me what counts.
Professional, minor league, college.
So Little League doesn't count.
No.
Even though Florida's out there balling out of control. 0-0. Third inning comes up, and them bats came alive for Florida. I think they're Lake something or another. It was
You want to know what I was certain you were going to pick?
What?
I was certain you were going to pick the sex toy assassin in the WNBA getting arrested as the most important sports story to start. And I was going to kind of roll my eyes, but I thought you were going to do it.
The fact that you could gamble on what color the next toy is going to be, because it happened again. They threw another one out, Valkyrie Sky. I don't know what it is about your Valkyrie.
The Valkyries are 2-0.
No clue what it is about your
when one is
Valkyrie.
thrown on the court. They put their V's up and they do business and they say, we will not be distracted.
That's the V's going up is probably why they keep ending up on the court.
You stop throwing things at players.
Stop throwing things on the court, you jackasses, please. Gonna hit somebody and injure somebody, and this goofy little situation is going to lend itself to somebody seriously being hurt. I did.
The fact that that was a real tweet, the fact that that was a real news article that came out across all the major sports news publications.
I searched on my work computer.
Okay.
Can you gamble on the next color of toy?
Sure.
Instead of toy, but the actual word. Can you gamble on WNBA?
And the answer was yes?
You can.
Oh, okay.
Or you could. I couldn't find it anymore, but it was up, I think, yesterday. You could bet on the next color. And I pay attention in my gambling coursework that we have to do mandatory up here. But I do wonder.
Oh, yeah, you can't gamble on the W.
It's not a game, though. Right? So somebody out there, one of my bosses, because they are listening, one of my bosses who's in charge, let me know if that is a bet I can place. Because I don't think we're going to three-peat with the green. Because it's back-to-back greens.
I think people are going to be too scared now.
Okay.
I need to know. They didn't come out with who was arrested. It was the person who did it in Atlanta who was arrested, not the person who did it in Chicago. Or at least they haven't made it clear if those two people are connected, since it was both at a Valkyries game.
You think we got a ring?
I need to know the gender of the person to know if it's a hate crime. Because the first time I laughed, and the second time I said, are we dealing with a hate crime in the WNBA?
Gender and sexuality?
Yes. The gender, it's at least a first checkbox. It doesn't answer all my questions, but it starts leading me in the right direction. If it's in good faith, or if it's in bad faith, as one can be
you
throwing that
imagine-
specific kind of
can you
toy onto a
imagine
court.
Getting charged with a hate crime, and what you did was hurl a toy onto a court.
No.
That's
a choice.
That is
And again,
wild.
stop throwing things
Don't
on
throw
the court.
things.
It's dangerous.
Don't throw things when people are competing or when people are doing live shows, right? Don't throw
Sure.
things. We had a situation here. I don't know how common it is. I guess it's pretty common. But the Megan Thee Stallion Glorilla concert, people were just throwing their phones on stage for them to grab and take pictures with, and then they throw it back to the crowd. It's like, yo, that seems way too reckless and dangerous. Don't throw things. But yeah, I didn't because I couldn't
Going from
find
talking
it.
about that story from the Little League World Series also
What a
feels like
transition.
some kind of a
What a
crime, but
transition.
we're just gonna
Listen,
skirt with it.
if we're not rolling with the Little League World Series as we're trying to figure out the regional champs, South
Right.
Carolina is out. Well, they're not out. They play a consolation game, I do believe. I think it's Florida and West Virginia in the championship game. I think that's today for the South Regional. So if we're not going to go there, I'll say biggest sports story for me, Dijonai getting traded to the Lynx. I think that's a big deal. The Lynx are already head and shoulders above everybody right now. That's not saying that somebody doesn't jump up there and catch them, or somebody in a 5-game series doesn't go up there and beat them, somebody like the Mercury or the Liberty. But right now, they're head and shoulders above everybody else. And then you add that type of defensive presence coming off of your bench. You got shooters, you've got mid-range assassins, you've got MVP, you've got one of the best interior defenders as well. Now you've got a damn good perimeter defender, a player who's probably going to make all defensive team this year in Dijonai Carrington.
No, she has the chance now. She's really dropped off with Dallas, but that's a testament to what
That's
happened with the Dallas
That's
Wings.
Dallas.
So this gives her a chance to link up Cheryl Reeve, one of the best defensive-minded coaches in the WNBA. You throw her on a team that systematically is one of the best, and you go from the Wings that are running on just vibes and not particularly good vibes to the Lynx, who are genuinely contending for a WNBA championship, the favorites for a WNBA championship. So this is a Lynx team that beat the Aces 111-58 over the weekend. I did not think that score was real. A 53-point road win in Las Vegas for the Lynx.
30-something points in the third quarter.
Disgusting.
Oh my God.
Disgusting.
I got
Somebody
back. I recorded
save
it.
Asia.
I recorded it because we were at Fantastic Four at that time.
Yeah.
I recorded it like, yo, I can't wait to sit down. We had the conversation about potentially the Aces turning the corner. Got home and turned it on and saw that score. Like, nope, they haven't. They haven't.
Same situation. We got out of the Naked Gun, and I get on Twitter, and the first tweet I see is Asia Wilson goes off for 55 points against the Minnesota Lynx today. And I was like, what? Asia Wilson had 55 points against the Lynx. I'm like, let me go check this out. And then I see that the Aces had 58 points as a whole, and my brain can't really compute. And I'm thinking, she had 55 of the 58 points. No, it was just somebody who was trying to rewrite history because that game was so embarrassing for the Las Vegas Aces. It was the largest road win in WNBA history. The big story coming out of that, though, was Nafisa Collier got hurt. She went down with an ankle injury in the fourth quarter. Why she was in when the Lynx were up 40-plus points in the fourth quarter is still beyond me. Cheryl Reeve backed it up by saying, in her opinion, a game on the road is never won. Listen, I get it. I get it from the competitive spirit, and you can never plan ahead, and you certainly never predict that an injury like that is going to happen, but it is tough to watch, and they haven't given an official update on what that means for Fee. I think they have their next game either Tuesday or Wednesday in Seattle, but we'll see. But I agree, adding Dijonai Carrington, it just gives them one more piece to the puzzle. It just ups them defensively, especially if she can play with Nafisa Collier and Alana Smith, and having them back her up. They could just put her on Sabrina in spurts if they're playing against the Liberty, and I think that would be a really great defensive upgrade. They get rid of Diamond Miller, Carly Samuelson, and a 2027 second-round pick in the process. For Diamond Miller, she just wasn't contributing because she is still in a developmental stage, and the Lynx are in a place where it's very difficult for a player to develop because they are trying to win a championship. So now she gets sent to Dallas, where the D stands for development at this point in time. I'll be curious if we look down the line and Diamond Miller ends up being a better player than she has had the opportunity to be. But in terms of a win-now move, this was great for the Lynx.
Who does she play over?
That's a great question.
And when on the Lynx roster,
Oh,
right?
no
Like
one.
that's the question.
And she was a
That's why
defensive drop-off off the bench.
And so like they've got little to no use for her. I like getting her for Dallas. And I remember as a Michigan fan, watching Michigan women's basketball, being like, somebody please.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to say take her out, but damn it, do something. My God, Diamond is working us right now.
Typical CJ.
Listen,
Asking him to take her out.
I didn't say. I said I'm not asking, but like, just do something, man. Do something, dog.
I thought the biggest, most important sports story of the weekend, and it has not come to a conclusion, but it continues to be the Micah Parson story in Dallas. On Friday, he requested a trade, which we're used to seeing these sticky contract situations with Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys, but we have not seen a player publicly request a trade. And Micah Parsons put a 3-page note out there making it crystal clear how he feels about things. TLDR, he doesn't want to be in Dallas anymore. He explained how he had this conversation with Jerry Jones that's been reported last March, where he thought he was talking to him about leadership. Jerry Jones thought that it was actually a contract negotiation. Jerry Jones thought a deal was finalized between him and Micah Parsons, where Micah Parsons has always been like, please talk to my agent, please go through my agent. He wanted his agent to handle his contract. And now Parsons and his agent are like, no, you have not spoken with us, so this is the end. He also said, I thought, interestingly enough, at the end of that statement, he had reached out to Stephen Jones and asked for a trade. And I was like, ooh, going around Jerry Jones, or at least alluding that it's not Jerry Jones solely responsible for the decisions in Dallas at this point. One of the random things that popped off, CJ, did you see the Des Bryant, Nicki Minaj piece of this?
I saw the Des Bryant piece. I missed the Nicki piece. Hey, we got to...
Okay, fine. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll get into the Des Bryant, Nicki Minaj piece of this, and also what it means for Micah Parsons and the other big sports stories from this weekend as well. We'll be right back.
Preseason Box to Row Coaches Poll has come out. Jackson State sits there at number 1. This is the 3rd time in the poll's history that Jackson State has been the preseason number 1 team in the nation. And then Tennessee State being at 5, that really surprised me.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Have you always dreamed of entertaining on the biggest stage in Memphis? The Claw Crew is looking for members to join their team for the 2025-2026 season. Claw Crew members are hardworking, high-energy entertainers who assist Grizzlies home games by hyping up the crowd and much more. Not only do they support the Grizzlies on home games, but also promote in Memphis and across the Mid-South. Open auditions are Saturday, August 9th at FedEx Forum. Visit grizzlies.com/auditions for more information and to register today.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Speaking of Adidas, are these the Harden 10s?
Yes.
Yes.
I guess so. From what
you guys don't sound too excited. It kind of looks like when you flush the toilet in the water.
Yeah, it's like a whirlpool.
I want to be phone positive.
Yeah. Want to be phone positive. Or artists just making some paint up and they just
Looks like phone positive material.
Yeah, or a thumbprint. The Sneak Fest Show, live Tuesdays at 2 p.m. on Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Scotty Scheffler ran away with the Open Championship this weekend. My God, this guy, he's not real. Have we reached the point with Scotty Scheffler where you don't have to care a thing about golf, but you still know there's a dude named Scotty Scheffler who is awesome at it?
He is
solidified himself as one of the greats in the sport. At this point, probably of all time.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What is the biggest Summer League accomplishment so far for this Grizzlies team?
Tuomas Isalo filling out his coaching staff. The Ryan Saunders hiring was essential. It was big time. You have a veteran NBA voice there.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizzbeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
All right, welcome back. I expect a Micah Parsons deal to get done in Dallas. This feels like typical negotiations that normally happen behind closed doors that are now happening publicly. And while I think it is weird, I think it will get worked out. I find the more interesting thing, CJ, Des Bryant and Nicki Minaj.
Okay, help me out here.
Okay.
I saw something from Des.
So,
Des basically told Jerry, hey, keep my name out your mouth, dog.
Well, first,
okay.
Des Bryant. Jerry mentioned Des Bryant when he was talking about why he doesn't like dealing with agents, because he referred back to Roc Nation and Jay-Z and essentially said that whenever he had a problem with Des, Jay-Z and Roc Nation were nowhere to be found.
Jay-Z looked me in my eye and told me that Des Bryant was going to show up.
And he didn't show up.
The quote was great because Jay-Z says that he shows up on time and everybody he works with shows up on time because when he was coming up, his office was the corner. He always showed up on time for the corner. I was like, wait, we're just openly talking about this man dealing drugs. Great, Jerry, let's go.
Des comes out, says, I don't think it's smart to mention my name, Jerry. And then he threatened to do a story time. And then Nicki Minaj, of all people, unexpected inserter into this story, quote tweets it and is like, goes full Jigsaw style and says, let's play a game. Anytime you do a story time on Jerry Jones, I'll do a story time of my own. And the back and forth kind of continues. And she says, okay, well, my story time is going to be about Roc Nation, Jay-Z, and the alleged racist Desiree Perez, the Roc Nation CEO. And eventually, Des gets mad at Nicki Minaj for inserting herself in business that she didn't have any part in to begin with.
Nicki, okay, side note.
Yes.
Nicki, for those who don't know, Nicki and Young Money, all of them are upset with Roc Nation because they didn't let Wayne do the Super Bowl.
Correct.
And so any chance they get to go at Roc Nation, they want to do it. Nicki, Baby, throw Drake in there as well. The only one I hadn't seen, not to say that he hasn't, the only one I hadn't seen come across my feed as saying something other than, oh man, I'm really sad about that is Lil Wayne. But, okay.
Well, eventually, they're going back and forth, and Nicki tells Des Bryant to go beat his mom.
Whoa.
Yes. And I don't remember the details of that story specifically, but I believe there was some domestic violence or situation in Des Bryant's home with his mom and either his dad or a partner of his mother. Anyway, a very messy situation. But he took offense to that, obviously. And then Des Bryant says that he didn't go to jail for touching his mom, that he was defending himself. And then he asks how Nicki Minaj can even be online when her husband is a sex offender.
Turn up.
And then Nicki Minaj offers Des Bryant $10 million to come fight her husband. Imagine waking up as the husband and your wife overnight was like, hey, we got to get 10 mil together because you're going to go fight Des Bryant.
One of my bigger fears right now
is your wife putting you up for a fight?
Is my wife doing something? It's like, oh, now I got to go fight these people. Come on, man. Can you please chill out? Oh my gosh. He's probably just sitting there like, wait, why do you want me to go fight him?
Exactly.
Don't you know other people?
Exactly.
You bees in the trap, bees in the trap. Can't you go find one of them to go fight this dude? Gosh. He just wants to sit over there and watch Coco Melon, I guess. He doesn't want to have to fight anybody. Wants to sit down and watch Bluey.
Anyway, there's like 50 tweets to go back and forth between. But this was the most unexpected offshoot of the Micah Parsons contract dispute in Dallas.
They're my agent. Why are you mentioning me in this at all?
I'll give you $10 million in cash right now if you come and fight him, since you beat your own mom.
Like, what are you talking about?
It's like, oh, you're going to talk about my mama? Okay.
Like, why? Again, Nicki, I understand you're mad. Fine.
But
But I didn't tell Jay-Z not to pit Wayne as a Super Bowl performer at halftime. Like, what are you talking about? I didn't do that. Why are you inserting yourself in this situation? Nobody asked for that, Miss Minaj. No. Wait, do something else. Talk about something else. You don't have to bring me into or use my thing. I just told Jerry to keep my name out of his mouth. Why are you putting it in your mouth all of a sudden?
Also, how did we get here from essentially like a I'm backing you up to this is now a fight between the two of us and has gotten so distant?
Who was backing who up?
Well, originally it felt like Nicki Minaj. It wasn't like Nicki Minaj was coming for Dez, although I guess if you make it to the Rock Nation piece of it, then perhaps she just attaches anyone with Rock Nation.
That's what she's
her
doing.
Morning to fight, and she's going to get up and she's going to go through it for the day. Anyway, I think Micah Parson's back still hurts, so he's not practicing at the moment. But that's an age-old tactic. And Jerry Jones said over the weekend, he's not concerned. He still sees a future for Micah Parsons. He said he doesn't see this as what's the word he used, like a flare blast or a flare gun. He'll get it done. But I do think, how old is Jerry Jones now? Is he in his 80s?
Oh, is he in his 90s?
It just gets to this point where, like, the older you get, the more you're unable to, I don't know, you just say what you mean and you say what you feel all the time. And when you're doing negotiations, that's not always the best place possible to be operating from. And so when everything is out in the open, it becomes a way messier situation than in years past where, we've seen this with DeMarcus, with Ezekiel Elliott, with CeeDee Lamb, even Dak Prescott's gone through various extension issues. But I don't think it's ever gotten to the point where it's this public, and you haven't had a player like Micah Parsons who seemingly is completely unafraid to just put all the business out there, like officially, with a note, a very long note. So a lot of people say, I'm sorry for what you're going through. That's too long to read. Go get your money.
I'm sorry or congratulations.
Whatever it may be.
I'm not reading all of that. What's the Cliff Notes version? Where's the Sparks Notes version?
Exactly. Meeting happened in March.
Okay.
He thought that he was just talking to Jerry Jones about leadership. Jerry Jones thought they got a deal done. And I hate that, as somebody who went through this once upon a time, you'll get these like general managers who, not for whatever reason, because they know that they can manipulate you better than an agent that doesn't have real personal investment in it. Yeah. Like, I'm not talking to your agent. I want to talk to you. And you're like, no, please talk to my agent. And they're like, no, I'm not going to do a deal with your agent. I have an agent. This is a formal contract. The agent has to negotiate all my contracts moving forward. I pay this agent a certain percentage of money to get these deals done and then to ultimately make it as good of a deal as possible. So Jerry Jones is just being I think he enjoys the game of it. I think he completely gets going off of situations like this. And we'll see if this one ends the way that ones in the past have as well. We did not get into the NBA news contract-wise over the weekend. Luka Doncic signed his extension with the Lakers, 3 years, $165 million reported deal. Feels important because it really felt like a day where it was the official transfer of power, of face of the team in Los Angeles. He's under contract for the next 3 seasons. He has a player option in 2028, 2029. If he becomes a free agent in 2028, they could agree to a 5-year, $417 million contract. The difference between Luka Doncic when he got traded and Luka Doncic signing his extension, 2 different men right there. 2 different bodies, literally, as the Luka Body Yaddy Yaddy tour continues and he goes on every talk show talking about how he has gotten into the best shape of his life and now he has this big extension with the Los Angeles Lakers, but he looks happy. And it's amazing what money and 1 almond shake a day can do for a man's happiness.
Just one.
Just a little treat.
Just one.
When times get tough.
I ate a skillet cookie.
And you had
yesterday.
an almond shake afterwards?
No, I ate one and it was like, oh, Luka's looking down from the heavens right now, shaking his head at me as I eat this shrimp dip and this skillet cookie. This is not approved by
from
Luka
the heavens.
Doncic.
Luka's dead.
Luka looking down from the heavens. Fat Luka looking down from the heavens at me.
You see who wasn't at the press conference signing?
Who?
LeBron James. He's on vacation.
Who was there? Was any
Marcus
player
Smart.
there? Wait, Marcus Smart was there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jake LaRavia.
What else are those dudes?
DeAndre Ayton.
What else are those dudes doing?
I know.
They have to be there.
LeBron FaceTimed Luka.
Has he
Which
talked
I
to?
think is fine.
Has he talked to Ayton?
Yeah, DeAndre Ayton's like, can I hop on that FaceTime too? I'd love to talk to my new team. Oh, I think the connection went out. Oh, weird. Anyway, people made so much of a big deal of LeBron not being at the press conference. What do you expect? This is the man's off season. It also does have to be a fairly weird situation. I think LeBron has been in a place for a minute now where he understands that the transfer of power is going to have to happen eventually and wants to be involved in that. But actually going through it when you have been literally the king has to be a very strange internal process to go through, which might be why he's posting workout pictures in front of the Clippers logo. I don't know. Do what you want. You're LeBron James. All right, we got to take a break. Gary Parrish is going to join us on the other side. I got to talk to him. He's always my WWE expert, as in he watches, and SummerSlam was this weekend, and I had another experience where I had a bit of FOMO not being a part of the wrestling fandom. I'll get GP's take on that, plus some other stories when we come back.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
Coach Thorpe, to his credit, also taught me, just simplify your game. It doesn't have to be difficult. You don't have to do all the up and under stuff. He always talks about getting to the second box. My biggest thing is just do what I can to make the right play. It doesn't, if it ends up in a shot, it does. If it ends up in a pass to an assist, it does. Shooting 72% is credit to, I guess the work I put in and my coach is helping me.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
You get to the main event, and you hear the crowd. There's some rumblings in the crowd.
Here we go.
They say, "We want truth."
I love how John Cena said when they were chanting, "We want truth." You can't handle the truth.
There you go.
I loved it.
He takes the knee off, boom. Takes the mask off, boom. And it's our freaking truth. God, man, he cost John Cena the match.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
Let's check the over-under totals. Alabama, Georgia, and Texas all at 9.5. LSU, Ole Miss, Tennessee at 8.5.
I love Ole Miss over the 8.5. I think Ole Miss can win 9.
But Ole Miss, they're gonna, Ole Miss, they're gonna lose to Arkansas week 3.
But they could go 9-3. Ole Miss winning 10 games
they always
is always
pull some crap like that.
Ole Miss winning 10 can seem a bit of a stretch, but they can win 9.
They're gonna lose at Kentucky week 2.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Preseason Box to Row Coaches Poll has come out. Jackson State sits there at number 1. This is the third time in the poll's history that Jackson State has been the preseason number 1 team in the nation. And then Tennessee State being at 5, that really surprised me. Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Welcome back. It is Monday. That means it's time to catch up with Gary Parrish, host of The Gary Parrish Show. Weekday mornings at 10 a.m. on Grind City Media. Gary, you got your one up?
Well, the OTC was back in action this weekend. I was really just doing it out of habit at this point, but the OTC Roman Reigns did return to action
Oh.
this weekend.
I didn't see any Roman Reigns cross my timeline because I don't watch SummerSlam. Although I did have another experience where it feels like everybody watches wrestling except for me, which I know is not true. But I get these waves of that feeling in times like this weekend with SummerSlam, and I saw the Tyrese Halliburton bit, and I saw the New York fans booing him, and that was good. And I saw John Cena taking his crutch, and I was like, give that man his crutch back. He has a torn Achilles.
He's going to have to use it again.
Dangerous situation. We have the same boot. Confirmed Tyrese Halliburton wearing the Vacoped.
Well, that's good to hear.
Which is what Kobe wore when he tore his Achilles.
Of course, rest in peace.
I didn't see Jason Tatum in the Vacoped, but I saw Tyrese Halliburton.
He might never
in the
play again
Vacoped.
then.
Yeah.
He might never play again then.
Someone who cares so much about Kobe Bryant, I'm surprised.
Let me ask you a question real quick.
Sure.
Because I heard Triple H, he sort of runs WWE at this point.
He's also a member of the Presidential Sports Council.
I saw that as well, whatever that means.
Yes.
He submitted the following.
Okay.
Does this sound true to you?
Okay.
He said a breakdown in WWE audience is about 60-40 men to women, but 60-40. That doesn't seem right to me.
That sounds a bit wrong.
That sounds wrong to me.
I can name on one hand the number of women in my life who are diehard wrestling fans.
That's the thing. It felt more like 90-10 to me. Then I know that the women audience exists, but it's not. It can't be 60-40.
I do not think so.
Yeah.
That sounds like a made-up number.
I think he made that up.
He
That's
should
probably
get
how
his
he ended up.
numbers-
That's probably how he ended up on the
I was gonna
presidential
say.
council.
He should get his numbers clearer.
They were like, hold up, can you are you willing to just
When
randomly
mistakes
make
are
up?
higher.
Are you willing to stand up here in front of the world and just make up numbers?
How
Yeah,
many-
I'll do it.
What's the average number of pull-ups a first grader can do? 27? All right, every first grader in the country's got to do 27 pull-ups
That's
now
all
as
it
you
takes
move
to get on the
forward.
presidential council these days. Just be willing to make up numbers.
No, I don't think there are that many women wrestling fans. Although there are
some.
and
There are
they
some.
are passionate. I would always be surprised when I would meet someone and learn that they are a massive wrestling fan. And now, as someone who joyously goes to whatever WWE events come through Memphis every year with two of my other friends and my husband, and the four of us do not follow wrestling 99% of the time, but we'll dive in. It does feel like there's a good number of women in the crowd, but it is overwhelmingly a male experience.
it's
At
over-
least what I have seen here.
Yeah, it feels that way. I just saw that random comment and I was like, that didn't feel true to me. My wife tolerates it.
Okay.
And I watch it embarrassingly. I watch it in shame.
You shouldn't watch it in shame. Every time I see it, I think if I had gotten hooked young, I really could have been into it because there is a big theater component to. There's a theater component
It's
to
a big
all of
production.
sports, but WWE specifically because of the production element of it and the acting element of it, there really does feel like a musical theater coded. Like they are sisters in some community.
There's no question. I will tell you, having worked with and talked with like directors and producers for like CBS Sports who put on NFL games and college football games and college basketball games. The ones who also like dabble in WWE and like consume it, they will tell you like they do that as well as we do what we do. Like they don't miss shots. They're very good with camera to take this camera, take that camera. Like the production of the events is like top tier. It's as good as anything you see in any sport anywhere. There's a real appreciation for that. And yeah, absolutely. Like it's theater on some level. I again watch it in shame a little bit because I realize it's kind of stupid. Like you either enjoy it or like you don't grasp why anybody is doing this, particularly an adult. And my wife is more like she'll tolerate it. But it is weekends like this that I think test your marriage because it's like Friday night SmackDown, Saturday SummerSlam, Sunday SummerSlam, Monday Night Raw. Like at some point it's like, are we doing this? Really? This is on again? Like she's actually made these comments before. Like, how are they doing this again tonight?
It's okay. We all have these things in our marriage. Like Chris this weekend had to deal with me. There is a production of Jesus Christ Superstar at the Hollywood Bowl. Speaking of the theatrical connection, Adam Lambert is starring in it as Judas, and Cynthia Erivo is playing Jesus. And I have watched every single clip that has come across my timeline. And he's like, "Are you
sounds
listening
woke?
to
That
Adam?"
sounds woke to me.
The woke opinion. We talk about Kelly Clarkson on this show as one of the most underrated. Now she's grown into a place where I think Kelly Clarkson is appreciated outside of CJ. Adam Lambert, also one of the greatest American Idol contestants of all time. That we do not talk about the vocal prowess of Adam Lambert nearly enough. Go watch one clip from Jesus Christ Superstar at the Hollywood Bowl.
I was clearly joking. I'm assuming there is a segment of the population that is screaming, "This sounds woke." Is that out there?
I actually thought there would be more of it because, yes, Cynthia Erivo is a black woman playing Jesus in a production of Jesus Christ Superstar.
Oh, that's the wokest thing I've ever heard.
Perfect. She's so talented. Like one of the main songs is like an 8-minute song, and she got a 3-minute standing ovation in the middle of the show. Like, that's incredible. That just shows how good woke Jesus Christ Superstar already a little on the woke side. Like, I had a piano teacher growing up who was pretty religious, and he wouldn't let me play songs from Jesus Christ Superstar. He would make me play songs from a musical called Godspell because he thought it was less sacrilegious than Jesus Christ Superstar.
That's a lot for me to make sense of on a Monday morning.
Yeah, you know, that's your musical theater lesson of the day. Yes, CJ.
Do you make sense of Cody Rhodes knocking off John Cena? Are we headed back to another matchup of these two with Cena coming out on top?
I don't know. I never try to analyze it. Because when the words are coming out of my mouth, I feel stupid.
Like me talking about woke Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yeah. Like, as soon as I'm talking about it seriously, I feel dumb. Like, well, CJ, where I think it goes from here, I have no idea. Well. But what it does feel like they gave up on the John Cena heel thing. Just like either he decided. I'm about to do exactly what I was just making fun of. But I did watch the post-SummerSlam press conferences last night. And Triple H was like, John has earned the right to do this however he wants to do it.
Okay.
And he is. And that seemed to suggest, he wanted to try this heel thing. We all realize it's not working. Now he wants to snap out of it. It appears he's going to be a Brock Lesnar thing now, which I don't really...
Can you explain the Brock Lesnar return and why that was such a big deal?
Okay. So my wrestling...
I'm giving you permission.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking.
You're so welcome.
Thanks for asking. You want to have dinner tonight?
I'm so happy to help you talk about
Why don't you and Chris come down to the house tonight?
Okay,
you can help us get through this tonight. You can randomly ask questions. Be like,
That's what we do best.
So what is going on here with this one here?
And you're like, I'm so glad you asked.
I appreciate you asking. So my wrestling fandom starts when I'm a child.
Okay.
And then
God, we're really going back.
No. And then I'll be quick. And then it goes through college. And then at some point I was like, I decided I was going to go to bars rather than watch wrestling.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And that was probably 5 years of my life. So I was just out of wrestling completely. Maybe during the pandemic, but somewhere around there. Like, my kids, I just noticed they were watching it on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I was like, this comes on every Monday night, comes on every Friday night. It give us something to do to watch together. Then we all had fun doing that. If I'm being completely honest, I almost have to beg them now to watch it with me. They're just like, whatever, Dad. I'll watch some of it. But they feel like they're doing me a favor when they sit down. But they were the hook of me back into it. My point is this. I missed the whole Brock Lesnar thing. That came at a time when I just didn't.
You were out.
I was out, right? Okay. So him coming back, or even the John Cena thing, it doesn't resonate with me because I didn't live through the initial any of that.
Yeah.
The controversy is this. When this former WWE employee, a woman, filed a lawsuit against WWE, Vince McMahon, whoever falls under that umbrella, there are allegations in there that this woman was more or less presented to Brock Lesnar as an enticement to sign a contract extension. It was more or less like, I need you to send these videos to Brock. I need you to go see Brock. I need you to, you can use your
love that.
You can use your imagination, right? Apparently they never actually met.
Oh.
But but it was all
virtual.
There's some of that, like in terms of videos, pictures, that kind of stuff. But it was like, certainly she was a part of the negotiation on some level. So when that all breaks, Brock Lesnar just disappeared. I don't remember the event, but he was supposed to be in maybe Royal Rumble tomorrow night, and he was just not there and has not appeared in, I believe,
this weekend.
2 years until last night. And they bring him back, and I do find this interesting. It's sort of a statement about where we are as a country, because there is a reason when these allegations first hit, he was detached completely. And there is also a reason why they're comfortable bringing him back. And it's because if you look around the country, broadly speaking, our country has decided we're comfortable with people like this. I mean, I'm not trying to get it weird, but the President of the United States has been accused of some pretty serious, awful stuff. Best I can tell, most people don't seem to care. Secretary of Defense, there's a lot of powerful people in this country, elected officials, but also movie stars, athletes who've been accused of some pretty serious stuff. And broadly speaking, America has decided we don't care. I don't mean me. I mean just broadly speaking, there was a time where you couldn't put Shane Gillis on SNL. Now he can host it. Now he can host the ESPYs. There was a time where you said we don't want the Barstool people on big television. Now they're going to Fox, like the biggest television. Yes. The country has changed, and I think bringing Brock Lesnar back, I don't want to make it more than what it is.
No, but it's a symptom of that.
100%. They're comfortable bringing him back because you look around and you're like, well, if this guy's the president and this guy's the Secretary of Defense and this guy's starring in the biggest movie in the world, well, we're just a wrestling company. We can't bring Brock Lesnar back? Watch this. And, it seemed to be met with mostly positive reviews.
Did you go to that concert? Because I heard you were having a similar conversation
we
on
did
your show
go.
Friday. You went? Did you have a good time?
It was the quintessential Ryan Adams experience. When he was playing the songs, you're like, man, these are great songs, and he can still really play them and sing them. And when he was doing anything other than that, it was like, I just wish he would go back and do
the songs.
I just wish he'd do that again. I was talking to Kelly about it afterwards because he gets so easily distracted and irritated, which I can understand on a fundamental level. So, like, one example would be this. He's just playing these songs, and these are beautiful songs you haven't maybe listened to in a long time, but they were a real part of your life, and it was perfect, great. We lucked out. Like, I was hesitant, as you know, about buying tickets. Do we go? Because he had sort of got canceled for these weird reasons.
I always only knew him of Mandy Moore's ex-husband.
There you go, right. So I jumped on StubHub, like, when we decided to go, maybe late Friday afternoon, and there were literally 2 tickets available.
You're like, perfect.
I was like, I'll just buy these 2. And they were, they must have just, somebody dropped them at the last minute. Front row, right in front of the stage. I mean, Ryan Adams is where this wall is, right? Okay. So perfect. So he's playing this, everything's fine. And then somebody would say something like, play this song. And rather than just ignore that one person out of 2,000, he gets caught up on that and wants to spend the next 15 minutes explaining how, a lot of us, we spend all day thinking about what songs would we like to play in the King's home, and what songs do I think he would appreciate? He's just saying all these stories. And it's like, and it just, when you yell out songs like that, not only does it distract from what I'm doing, but it makes me think no matter what I do next, it's not what you wanted, and now I feel like I'm disappointing you. Yeah. And it's like, okay, dude, there's 2,000 people here. 1,999 of us don't need to hear this. We understand it. But now you just wasted 15 minutes talking to this person.
And you could have just sang another song.
It is exactly like this. This is the way I put it to my wife. It would be like if I wake up every day, plan a whole show, and I got the first 20 minutes planned. I know exactly what I want to talk about, exactly what I want to do, and I'm doing it. And everybody else is just here consuming it the way they do. And there's one person in the chat who says, I wish GP would just talk about the Redbirds.
You're like, you know what?
And I stopped and I was like, all right, well, let me explain to you why I'm not talking about the Redbirds right now. And I spent the next 15 minutes explaining to you why you don't open a show on a Monday about the Redbirds.
And then you ended up opening your show on the Redbirds.
And you end up just wasting everybody else's time because nobody else there was even interested in you talking about the Redbirds in the A block on a Monday. And that happened like 3 different times in the concert. And I know it's just him. That's him. That's why he's playing in front of 2,000 people instead of 20,000 people, because of these things that he can't get around. But I'm glad we went. This was our takeaway. Neither one of us, we both we lean toward, let's just stay home. We both lean that way at this point in our lives. But we decided to go, and we were glad we went. Like, the good parts were really good. And also, it just put us in a room where we saw people we haven't seen in 15, 20 years. Like, probably since the last time you went to a concert like that. Like, our friend Emily happened to be sitting right next to us when we haven't seen Emily in 15 years, probably. She is right there. So, see people like that. It was a great night. I'm glad we went. But I was reminded of why he has the reputation he has.
Before I let you go, FedEx St. Jude Championship this weekend. Are you planning to go out?
Yes. I take the kids, take the family. I like my boys being around that.
What are you most excited to see? Scotty?
Honestly, the course.
Okay.
We haven't been out there. I don't know if people know this. The course has been closed since like January. They've redone, it'll still look familiar, particularly if you only see it once a year on television, but like there's subtle changes all throughout the course. And we haven't been on it since January. Like, the first time we'll be able to get back on the course since it closed, like in December, January, will be next Tuesday, the Tuesday after the tournament. So I'm just looking forward to getting out there and seeing the course.
beyond that, a little bit like what I said about the concert, I'll just bump into people I haven't seen in 10 years, and that's always nice. And then, like, the best golfer in the world, one of the best of all time, is going to be here, in Scottie Scheffler.
Were you surprised that Rory McIlroy's not coming?
No, because he had hinted at it. He had hinted at it. I do think it's an obvious flaw in the system, though. I don't blame Rory for skipping, but I don't like that there is a flaw in the system that makes it totally sensible for him to skip it. For people who don't understand, used to, by the time you get to the Tour Championship, it was all based on points. And if you had the most points, you might really start with a 2-stroke lead over somebody else, or in other cases, an 8-shot lead or an 11-shot lead. You benefited from accumulating points along the way. Well, now the top 30 are going to qualify for the Tour Championship, and it doesn't matter whether you're 1 or 30, everybody starts even par. So if you're somebody like Rory McIlroy, he's second in points right now. He is going to qualify for the Tour Championship no matter what, all right? So then why play in Memphis? Well, it's a $20 million purse. First place, $3.6 million. Yeah, okay. I got hundreds of $1 million. I don't need the money. What do I need more, rest or money?
You'd have to play 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah, okay. So
Take the week off.
You take a week off. Yeah. The money is a motivating factor for a lot of these guys, or just trying to get into the top 50 or the top 30.
But not the biggest guys.
But not the biggest.
Right.
So why else do you come? To, support the PGA Tour. Like, we are still in kind of a battle with LIV. Well, Rory has seemed less enthused about that, because I think he felt undercut a little bit. Like, he was like, I'll align with the PGA Tour, and they'll badmouth all these guys, and if they want to go. They'll never come back. And then the PGA Tour just sort of undercut him and started negotiating with LIV. So I think he's like, I'm not here fighting for you anymore. And then it's like, the kids. And
so he hates the kids.
And you get to that point, because I do think some people will be like, I'm showing up for the kids. I'm just going to be there for that. Perhaps that moved some people. It clearly wasn't enough to move him this year.
And he's been here before. Like, it's not.
And he has seemed less interested in golf, frankly, since he won the Masters. Like, that's been a part of his story since he won the Masters back in April. Like,
so why would he play unnecessary?
It's going to be hot. It's going to be the first of a 3-week run if it goes well for you. You don't need the money. You might need the rest, and you haven't been that enthused about playing anyway. I don't blame Rory at all. If I were Rory McIlroy, I might make the exact same decision under these set of circumstances. I just don't like, and I wonder if FedEx likes, that he can reasonably skip the event, and there's really nothing anybody can do about it. It's not ideal. It's not the biggest thing in the world. Most of the best golfers in the world will still be here, but one of the most famous won't, and that's a little bit of a bummer, sure.
We'll see you out at TPC
I'll be there.
Southwind. Gary, thanks for joining us on this Monday. We got to take a break. When we come back, some stories we haven't gotten to from the weekend, potential sale of the Connecticut Sun in the WNBA, and a potential relocation to Boston. The latest on that. There was a big Noah Lyles racing moment from over the weekend. Plus, we'll do some Hot Mess Express when we come back.
You ready? I've been ready. What are we waiting for?
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
Coach Thorpe, to his credit, also taught me, like, just simplify your game. Like, it doesn't have to be difficult. You don't have to do all the up and under stuff. Like, he always talks about getting to the second box. My biggest thing is just do what I can to make the right play. It doesn't, if it ends up in a shot, it does. If it ends up in a pass to an assist, it does. Shooting 72% is credit to, I guess the work I put in and my coach is helping me.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
You get to the main event, and you hear the crowd. There's some rumblings in the crowd.
Here we go.
They say, "We want truth."
I love how John Cena said when they were chanting, "We want truth." You can't handle the truth.
There you go.
I loved it.
He takes the knee off, boom. Takes the mask off, boom. And it's our freaking truth. God, man, he cost John Cena the match.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
Let's check the over-under totals. Alabama, Georgia, and Texas all at 9.5. LSU, Ole Miss, Tennessee at 8.5.
I love Ole Miss over the 8.5. I think Ole Miss can win 9.
But Ole Miss, they're gonna, Ole Miss, they're gonna lose to Arkansas week 3.
But they could go 9-3. Like Ole Miss winning 10 games
they always
is always
pull some
like
crap like that.
Ole Miss winning 10 can seem a bit of a stretch, but they can win 9.
They're gonna lose at Kentucky week 2.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Preseason Box to Row Coaches Poll has come out. Jackson State sits there at number 1. This is the third time in the poll's history that Jackson State has been the preseason number 1 team in the nation. And then Tennessee State being at 5, that really surprised me.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Welcome back, welcome back. One of the WNBA stories that we did not get into with the arrest of the sex toy thrower, the big trade of Dijonai Carrington, and then we also had the news that the Connecticut Sun will reportedly be sold for $325 million to Boston Celtics minority owner Steve Pagliuca. Now, the original report said that he was buying the team from the Mohicans tribe, and the assumption is that he wants to move the team to Boston, to which the WNBA reminded people that relocation decisions are made by the WNBA Board of Governors, not by individual teams. And then Pagliuca has now released a statement of his own last night saying that he is interested in this deal, but there is no deal currently in place. And he said basically, like, there's an offer, but that offer is subject to obtaining the required league approvals, and it has not been approved yet, and they cannot proceed without the league approval. And this all seems to be centered around the fact that he does want to move the Connecticut Sun to Boston. In his statement, he did not specifically say, I'm moving the Sun to Boston. He said he would keep New England's team in New England, but we're being generous with the entirety of New England because he wants to move it to a larger arena. Everybody knows that this guy wants to move the Connecticut Sun to Boston, and now it is up to the WNBA to allow that to happen because they have pointed out that when 12 cities applied for expansion for this last go-around that added Cleveland, Detroit, and Philadelphia, Boston was not one of the cities that applied at that time. And there's always been this undercurrent of, will an ownership group come in, take the Sun from the Mohican tribe, move them to Boston? They played a game in Boston the last 2 seasons. They've sold it out. There's history there. But this will be very intriguing to see if the WNBA blocks this move or allows the Sun to ultimately be moved to Boston.
Who's on the board of governors?
Good question.
Is that not just the owners?
I would assume it's all of the owners, and does it include WNBA leadership?
Okay.
Or is it just the owners?
I would guess it's just the owners.
So why wouldn't they want a team in Boston?
Why would they want to tell somebody who's one of them, hey, you can't do that. Don't move your team, because all of them have got to look around and say, hey, you know what, one day we might want to move our team. We don't want somebody telling us that we can't. I would expect this ends up happening, buys the team from the Mohican tribe and then moves them to Boston. I see no real reason why anybody would stand in the way of that.
If they move to Boston, do they change the name?
To what?
The Boston Sun does not sound right.
What would you change it to?
I'm so glad you asked. I want them to be called the Boston Coven. I want a Boston women's sports team so badly to be called the Coven, and this presents the opportunity.
Which is a big thing in Boston?
Which is what?
Well, which is a big thing in Boston? I didn't know.
The Salem witch trials.
Was it? I thought that was in Salem.
It is, but it's in New England. If we're saying keep the team in New England, this is a New England fine. It doesn't have to be a Boston team.
Just hit me with the Salem witch trials.
With Boston.
Like Salem and Boston are.
Yeah, but
how close are Salem and Boston?
Salem to Boston.
Massachusetts isn't that big of a state.
No, it has to be a couple
so
hours
it's got
tops.
max 3 hours.
Salem to Boston.
I'm gonna say hour 15.
38 minutes.
Oh, yeah, so it's basically
Those
Boston.
witches were in Boston.
Yeah.
And by witches,
then they got
I
burned.
mean opinionated women who were burned at the stake.
I
want the Boston
Okay.
Coven.
All right. Okay.
They already have the Banshees, so we can't do that because I liked that. That's what they called the rugby team.
Okay.
The Boston Banshees, because that gives you the nice alliteration. But I do think we'll have a Boston WNBA team in the near and dear future.
Sooner rather than
There might be some particulars to sort through. It is a bummer. Like I do know that
$325 million also
far exceeds what the other teams were sold for.
Come on, man.
So that is a massive amount of money.
Can't be
I know the
crying.
Mohegan tribe has been in some financial straits, and so this is helpful in that situation. It stinks for fans in Connecticut who have supported that team. This was a good team, too. I know the Suns stink this year, but, God, they've been in the WNBA finals multiple times in the last decade. And it's just an opportunity to move to a bigger city. Like, you can't have the support. And they don't have a training facility.
Yeah.
They use a community center where there will be birthday parties going on at the same time as practices sometimes. So this allows them to level up in a way that so many other teams in the W are doing right now with this influx of attention and finances. And if you continue to get left behind, nobody is going to want to play there. So it's just a nature of the business beast. But we will see how that eventually transpires. The MLB Speedway Classic happened over the weekend, CJ. Kind of. It eventually happened with far less fans in the stadium. I followed it because I love when something gets called the Fire Fest of anything. Like, that's one of my favorite categories in this life we live, the Fire Fest of fill in the blank. And when I saw people start calling the MLB Speedway Classic at Bristol Motor Speedway the Fire Fest of baseball, I said, ooh, I'm intrigued. First, the stadium looked incredible. Like, we'll start with the positive. Whoever's idea it was to put a baseball stadium in the middle of Bristol Motor Speedway, optics-wise, aesthetics-wise, great look. That is a beautiful sight to behold. And because it is so big, they had over 85,000 tickets were sold for it, which is a record for a regular season game. Unfortunately, for those people who bought tickets for Saturday's event, it was...
They ran out of beer, I'm assuming.
Worse.
Water?
Worse. Buns.
They ran out of buns?
They ran out of buns.
How?
Behold.
Oh, what a picture.
Behold.
Whoa.
A bunless hot dog. They ran out of buns before the first pitch. They ran out of cheese. So you have bunless hot dogs. You have cheeseless nachos. What are we even doing this for? The game was delayed originally 2 hours and 17 minutes off the top because there was crazy rain and storms. Okay. Then, for whatever reason, they were like, we got to try it. We got to try to get this in. So they take the tarp off. They start the game. They get through like an inning. And then it was suspended for good. And they said, all right, we'll come back again on Sunday. So all these people who came for Saturday's game, the majority of them did not return for Sunday's game between the Reds and the Braves. And Saturday was ultimately deemed from a fan experience, and it wasn't just the bunless hot dogs, it wasn't just the cheeseless nachos. I guess logistics-wise, getting into the stadium, parking, everything included with it, felt like a disaster. And I saw a lot of conversation that this will not happen again because it was that bad of an experience.
I don't like that.
Me neither.
Quitters never win.
It looked so pretty.
Come on, you got to try that again. You got to pull yourself up by your bootstraps and say, hey, all right, trial one didn't go well. Let's try this
It's like,
shit
what's more
again.
American than a baseball stadium in the middle of a NASCAR?
Okay, so they ran out of buns and cheese. Yes, they ran out of
the right word. A thing.
They ran out of buns and cheese on Saturday?
Yes, before the first pitch.
How?
Because they were waiting. There were so many extended delay, but they also clearly weren't set up for success. You should have enough buns
And how
for
do you
your
not
hot
have?
dogs.
All right, we're the stadium.
Yes.
Okay, cool. You come to me, stadium person, and I guess I'm the person in charge of concessions. You're like in a panic, CJ. We are about to run out of buns and cheese. and I hop on the walkie-talkie immediately and say, hey, breaker, whoever the hell is in charge, make a run to Walmart and grab as many buns and cheese as you can. Just go. Hit up all of the grocery stores in the area.
There can't be that many grocery stores in the area.
In Bristol?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to have a strong contingency of grocery stores in that area.
28,000 people who live there.
Like you telling me you don't got 4? And then just because you got to drive
Food City, Kroger,
2,
Walmart Supercenter,
3,
Aldi,
4,
Bristol Health Food Store.
5.
They might not have the buns.
4
The
in a
Big
possible.
Red Apple Shed. That's just a produce market.
Okay, 4.
I think that's all we've got.
Okay, so there's 4 right there. Clean them of all of the bread.
Okay, that gets you.
Clean them of all of the bread.
85,000 people who were there.
I understand that. But
But
all
how if you had
85,000 of them aren't going to want the hot dogs,
Yeah,
though.
but you should have
And
had
can drive-
85,000 buns.
And you can drive to surrounding areas also. You don't have to be limited to Bristol. Like, anything in a 30-minute radius, you've got to go out there and hit it up, and you got to get back here. I mean, you've got an hour to grab as many buns as humanly possible and get them back here. Not just buns, any bread.
Yeah.
Hot hamburger buns. We'll throw them things on a hamburger bun. Give me white bread. We'll throw it on a white bread bun. We'll make an event out of it. Hey, do you want white bread? Do you want wheat bread? Do you want pumpernickel? Right? Like you've got to just go out there and start just grabbing all the bread you can. Gas stations have buns. Going to all Family Dollar,
Yes.
Dollar General, Dollar Tree, Dollar Store. I know
Yes.
they've got bunches of those there. You've just got to go through and clean out all of them. You got to find the Wonder Bread truck and you got to guide it into that damn arena. You
I
can't
forgot
be
to
running
tell
out of
you-
hot dog buns, man.
I forgot to tell you the part that was going to make you the most heated.
Oh, what?
You had to pay full price for the bunless hot dog.
Get out of here! Ain't no way in hell!
You were paying for the meat.
Ain't no way in hell!
I would have said,
I'm paying for just meat.
my anaconda don't
No.
got nuns unless you've got buns.
Unless you got
Huns.
buns, huh? We had a whole movement about that in the 90s. You're kidding me. Full price for a bunless glizzy that you just have to gulp down? Get out of here. No. That is unacceptable. No. Now that you're telling me all of the horrors.
The horrors.
No. They shouldn't do this again. They ought to be embarrassed.
I'm embarrassed for them.
Full
But it
price
did
for a
make me
bunless
giggle.
glizzy?
Yeah.
Get out of
And
here.
some chips with no cheese.
Are you full price with the chips
I think
too?
so. It's implied, at least from this fan's experience.
It's nachos and cheese.
You got to be better. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail, as the great John Wooden once said.
Man, I would have went in there and flipped everything.
Did you see the Noah Lyles race from over the weekend?
I did.
U.S. Track Championships. Didn't expect to be talking about the U.S. Track Championships, but that's on us. Noah Lyles won the 200-meter final, and in that race, he passed Kenny Bednarek for the win. And as this was happening, Noah Lyles, speaking of theater, this man is capital T theater, stares Kenny down as he passed him, apparently said something as well, but the stare is the issue. And what did Bednarek do? He shoves Noah Lyles with 2 hands after they cross the finish line. And then Lyles turns around, starts popping off to him, goes with the what you can do moment. And this is in the middle of what's supposed to be the post-race interview with Noah Lyles, and it gets on camera. And I'm like, ooh, we've got 2 people who hate each other.
Kenny pushed him, and then Noah's, if we're going to call that squaring up, fine.
I didn't call it squaring up.
Noah
That's why I
squares
did
up.
the little cartoony bloop.
Noah squares up the way that anime dweeb would square up. And so Kenny then reaches his hand out to try and shake his hand like, hey, I shouldn't have pushed you, but you got to chill. And what I wish
He's
Kenny,
unfamiliar with that word.
What I wish Kenny would have done, is said, okay, we're going to fight. F this, square up, and let's start throwing hands. Because, Noah's so damn annoying. I do not like that person. He gets on my nerves every time he does anything. It's like, why are you this way? You don't have to be this way.
Yeah, but I'm appreciative for him being this way.
You got
Noah Lyles is crazy.
Is
I
he?
say that.
What do you mean crazy? He's a dweeb.
crazy.
He's not crazy.
He's a little crazy.
He's not crazy. He's just a weirdo.
Fine.
He's not crazy.
Fine.
There's nothing
I'm not saying he's clinical. I'm using crazy from the semblance of he just does nutso things in the middle of sporting events, races in his case. And I appreciate that we have somebody who is willing to go out on that line and be so weird that we have a reason to talk about him. And every time Noah and Kenny race, I will have more interest because of moments like this past weekend. And I already have interest in Noah Lyles because of all of his dramatics, of which he has a flair for. And we really were like thoroughly introduced to them during last year's Olympics. And I was reminiscing on that man collapsing into the wheelchair and being taken after the race. And then we learned he had COVID after he lost to who? Kenny Bednarek.
Here's the person who the second grader who's eating glue in their boogers. Are you calling them crazy?
But he's not the second grader eating the glue in
yes,
their boogers.
Yes, he is. Oh, no, absolutely he is.
Also he's one of the fastest men alive.
He's the glue eater, booger eater
no,
who's
he's
just
a showman.
fast. He's not a showman.
Yes, he is.
He's not.
Yes,
he's just a weirdo.
He's a showman.
No.
Yes.
No.
He has big loser
no.
theater kid energy.
He is that, absolutely. And that's what keeps him from being a showman. You can be cool and be a showman. You can be cool in that sport and be a showman. Usain Bolt is an example of a showman.
Usain Bolt is a showman through his. He is a showman through his strict abilities and doing that. He doesn't take it the extra. He does not. He doesn't
act like a weirdo.
Exactly.
He doesn't act like a dweeb.
We're agreeing on the same thing.
No. I'm
not saying
you're
he's cool.
talking about him way too positively for my liking.
I called him crazy.
Yeah, that's not a good enough word for what this
person is.
And we all
need a little more crazy in our sports.
No, we don't need
sports
him.
Sports are boring without crazy.
We don't need him. Get him the hell up out of here.
I disagree.
No.
I appreciate
him where the hell he at. I don't.
He wants to make track talkable. And look at us. Would we have been talking about this? Tell me, if Joe Blow had just beaten Kenny Bednarek in the U.S. National Championships, track championships,
no.
Are we mentioning it on the show today?
No.
There you go.
Okay. Are we talking about the race at all? Or are we talking about this little weirdo?
You want to know what? Funny
are we
you
talking
should ask
about this little weirdo?
Because of what happened in that race, I was reading an article that then led me to a crazy thing that happened, like an actual crazy thing. A 16-year-old who ran one of the greatest 800-meter races in history. His name is Cooper Luetgenhaus, and he's 16 years old, and he was running in a field with 3 different world champions. He is 16, and he beat all but one. And he lost by 0.11 seconds. And he's 16. He's a rising junior in high school. And now I know who Cooper Luetgenhaus is because of the whole little Noah Lyles thing that popped off.
I have seen the shove. I've seen the shove. I've seen the shove. It's a legit shove.
He's frustrated. He's mad.
It's a legit shove. He pushed him. He two-hand shoved this dude in the back, which if that's how you felt in the moment, just go ahead and square up and let's get it going. I'm ready for him to get the hell up out of here. And we can't. I'm assuming we can't show it because of.
I don't think so. Track is weird.
All right.
With video, track and baseball.
Okay.
And wrestling.
We be showing baseball though.
But you want to know what we can show?
What?
Some Hot Mess Express.
Oh, let's do it.
Let's start with the oldest baby ever born.
Let's go. Wait, how? Aren't all babies 0 when they're born?
Well, that depends. You, furthest right person on this show, a real test of your when does life begin mentality. Because a baby last month, late July, was born from an embryo frozen for over 30 years.
No.
The embryo was frozen in 1994. The baby was born on July 26th. His name is Thaddeus. The couple had been trying to conceive for 7 years. They adopted the embryo, which I did not know you could do, adopted the embryo through an embryo adoption agency. And this embryo was obtained through IVF in 1994, and it now has been born in 2025, making it the oldest baby ever.
No. That's the most correct
It is the first person to ever be born where you can say, legitimately, he's got an old soul.
Listen, no. That's the most correct person. As the furthest right person.
I wanted your official take on this.
No, that's not how this works.
Okay.
That's not how this happens. No, that baby is not. Was that 30 years ago?
Yeah.
That baby's not 31 years old or 30 years old.
That baby could have been my classmate.
That baby is a baby.
Are we sure?
Yes.
What if he comes out talking like this?
just immediately comes out. What were we doing in '94? Were we heavy in grunge? Just comes out full grunge gear on, singing "Smells Like Teen Spirit."
when he's like an 8-year-old, what if he randomly one day is just like, can we go to Blockbuster?
See, if he does that, or she, I don't know the gender.
It's a he.
It's a he. So
Thaddeus.
Well, I don't know what the gender will be when they turn 8.
Sure.
I'm not going to genderize
He was born in
them.
2025, not 1994. Imagine being a baby that missed out on being a 90s baby. That like I would be kind of pissed if I was baby Thaddeus, who will one day have enough consciousness to understand he could have been a 90s baby. He could have had Blockbuster. He could have had Beanie Babies. He could have had inflatable furniture. He could have sat down and watched a Disney Channel original movie. Let's watch a Disney Channel movie. And instead, he was born into this generation. He's got to make TikToks. And he already has some fame to him. Put that baby to work. He could have lived a normal childhood.
What's the most 90s thing that baby could do?
Go to a Blockbuster.
Go to a block. Say, hey, I want to go to Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like when he's a teen, like be like, hey, who's on TRL today?
Oh, that's a good one. Was Hastings in the 90s?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or what if he's like looking for like some Scooby snacks, and he's like, "Where's the blue one?"
We still have
It's not
Scooby
the same.
snacks.
It tastes different.
Does it?
I think so.
Okay.
What if he's like, "I want a Sprite remix"?
Oh, we still have Sprite remixes.
No, we don't.
I thought we do.
No.
Yeah.
No, because
I'm pretty sure we do.
No.
I'm almost certain we got Sprite. I feel like we got Sprite remixes in the vending machine over here.
No, Sprite
Okay.
remix has been dead for like ever.
Dead for forever. Jessica, how'd it come alive then? It has to be alive to
2002.
die. Okay.
It was an embryo born in 2002. I hope someone put the Sprite remix embryo on ice so that we can bring
So
it
we can
back
bring
at
it
some
back.
point in time. Anyway, baby was born. Next up, CJ.
What?
I have never bought into the theory that you look like Oklahoma City Thunder's Jalen Williams.
I have immediately when I think Sang was the first one or one of the first ones to bring it up. Somebody else might have brought it up before him. Forgive me for not remembering. When it came to my consciousness, I was like, oh no, I see it. I can see it.
Yeah, I would squint. I would understand a little bit, but I never fully dove in until I saw that Jalen Williams has shaved his head.
Oh, he has.
And now that's CJ
Holy
Hurt.
hell!
That's ripped CJ. It's a fake photo. I got caught.
Is it a fake photo?
Oh, just cut it down.
No, keep it up. Keep it up.
It's Legion hoops, not Legion hoops.
Put it back up there. They did use me
no.
then. So does he still have hair?
He does still have hair.
Okay. 2 Chainz.
Okay, he joked about it on Instagram that he was gonna shave his head. He said, "But if I did it." Nice.
Throw
OJ
it
joke.
back up so we can tell the people where to look. Look in the
That's
top
depressing.
of it. The top of it, the Twitter name
I looked.
says Legion.
Yeah, I get it now. Noops.
Noops.
That freaking check
Come
mark.
on,
I will
man.
never forgive
Come on, man.
Elon Musk
You gotta be better.
for taking some
gotta vet
semblance
better,
of
Jessica.
easy vetting from us on that app. Anyway, if he ever shaves his head, I will fully go in that you and Jalen Williams are twins. I did not watch this game, so I cannot count it to my inning counter at all. But one of the craziest games of the weekend happened in Denver, Colorado at Coors Field, where the Rockies, who stink, as we've discussed this season, they gave up 9 runs in the first inning to the Pittsburgh Pirates. And you could assume that the story ends there, because giving up 9 runs in the first inning, that would be nearly worthy of us talking about on the Hot Mess Express. But no. The Rockies came back to win that game with a score of 17-16. They walked it off with a 2-run homer by Brenton Doyle in the 9th inning. It has been nearly 20 years since a team gave up 9 or more runs in the first inning and still won the game. It last happened in 2006. The only other years it has ever happened, 1989, 1913, 1896,
Oh, we were just
and
free.
1884.
Oh.
We've been playing baseball
That's fresh
for a
freedom right
long
there.
time.
All right.
Anyway, shout out to my Rockies. 7-6 since the All-Star break.
There's been 13
hope.
games.
There's been 13 games.
Yay, baseball.
We love baseball.
Let's go.
It's the whole trade deadline that we never talked about.
Is it over?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Which trade do you like?
The one felt really big. You know the one.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, why
Feels
not?
like a real difference maker.
Hey, gonna come in here and do some stuff.
Yeah, with the Padres
Okay.
and the Brewers.
You're just throwing teams together.
Can you
I don't
name
think
one
that
trade
happened.
that happened in the MLB trade deadline?
Can I name one baseball player?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
The big number.
Can I name one baseball manager right now? Because I don't think I can. Yay, baseball!
That's a really
Name
great
one.
I don't think I can.
We're gonna.
My brain went to Bud Black, but he got fired.
We got like.
Didn't he?
Which one was he? Was he the Rockies?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got let go.
He just got fired,
Yeah, he got
right?
let go. Yeah. So don't be looking
Yeah,
up the
thank
names.
God.
He got
Okay,
let go.
no, I don't.
Okay. Is Joe Girardi still up there? No, he's been gone from the Yankees for a minute.
We gotta end this show, man.
Wait, hold on. Surely there's
gotta
one. Surely there's one.
America's pastime.
Yay, baseball.
That inning counter is.
I can't believe you guys won't let me count the Little League World Series. That is atrocious.
Life's tough.
Whatever. Shout out to Florida. They're my pick to win it all.
We'll see everybody tomorrow.
I got money on them.
I hope you have a great Monday, a great start to the week. Go see Naked Gun. Go see Fantastic Four. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Who is the Yankees manager? Like, as a former player. Don't look it up. Don't
I'm
look it
looking
up.
it up now.
No, don't look it up. We're going to do this after the show also.
Oh, God.